from the next pair we see. Coming out then will be Chinu of England. Chinu Singh, 7 times British champion, 4 times an English champion, up against the Pakistani athlete Anwar. It should be a very interesting battle. There is Anwar striding out. Both of these men have already had a bout. He beat Digovic of South Africa, a tough opponent in the round of 16. Luck of the draw. Chinu also had to have a round of 16 bout. Such were the numbers in this 125 kilo category. 10 men, so it wasn't a perfect 8 for a straight quarters. 4 of the men had to do a round of 16. Leonard Zajlavsky of Australia will be refereeing the bout. Well, when you look at this on paper, it's a very close bout. Chinu, very strong, comes from Wolverhampton, originally born in India, certainly has a lot of support in the crowd here, but he meets a tough force in Anwar of Pakistan in red.
Yes, Chinu will be very excited here. He was injured and missed out on the trip to Delhi to fight in the last Commonwealth Games, so really want to make his mark here. Yes, as you said, born in India, moved here as a teenager.
Red fingers.
As you said, Colin, both these men had a fight earlier on the other mat, which is why we haven't seen them. This is the first time we've seen them. He's going there for the throw.
Fingers red.
Chinu there just flicking off his left hand because obviously Anwar had just squeezed his fingers there.
Yes, you hear the referee saying, fingers, you're not allowed to grab your opponent's hand and bend the fingers backwards. He looks very strong, doesn't he, the Pakistani athlete?
Does, just holding a slightly lower position here at the moment. Chinu shoots for a leg and neither man get it there. And yes, so the Englishman has managed to turn that around and will get 2 points for his efforts.
Yes, he did very well there. He went for the big throw. Didn't come off, but then he gets behind his opponent on the ground for the 2 points.
Chinu's 27 years old. Anwar, believe it or not, is actually quite a bit younger. He's only 23. The Pakistani in the red. And is very much at his first ever international major championships.
Yes, Chinu looks very confident, doesn't he? Controlling his opponent. There he is. He's got his hand underneath now, where he wants to be.
Again, he's getting his fingers bent back and he flicks his hand. Well done to the referee for stepping in because you could easily dislocate a finger. 30 seconds then for the Pakistani athlete to do something because he's being called for passivity. At the moment, he's just doing a lot of finger bending.
Yes, if you don't attack, you get a warning first of all, and then you get 30 seconds and you must score. If you don't score in that 30 seconds, your opponent gets a point. He's got to do something. He's got to try and attack. But Chinu's wrapping him up really well. 2 seconds,
1 second. He's run out of time. He has not done an attack, so Chinu will get another point. 3-0, and 30 seconds to go in the first period. Slapping to the back of the head there by Chinu. Gets a warning off of the Australian.
Yes, it's energy sapping, isn't it, these big men? 3 minutes is a long time, but if you've tried at home to wrestle against somebody, it's hard work. A good attempt at a double leg takedown there by Anwar, but Chinu did well to defend it. And he's got behind him. Can he get him to the ground? No, doesn't quite do it, and that's the end of the first period, but a good period there for Chinu.
So Chinu of England leading 3-0 over Anwar of Pakistan. Whoever wins this will book their place in the semi-finals.
Here's the 2-point throw. Takes him to the ground. There he is. Down he goes. Gets behind him for the 2 points. He works hard for that.
Well, Chinu might only be 27 years old, but he's been wrestling for 23 of those years. He started when he was just 4 years old, which is quite something. Well, the Pakistani athlete taking his time to get back to the center of the mat. Taking a little more than the 30 seconds allowed. So underway. Remember, just 2 3-minute periods. And right now, England's Chinu is 3-0 up on Pakistan's Zaman Anwar in red.
Yes, he's dominating this fight. He looks in control. There he goes. Tries for the single leg takedown. But Anwar did well to get out of that. Now Chinu's got to be careful.
He's got control of his head at the moment.
Yeah, he's controlling him.
Shows the strength of Chinu there, managing to get his way back out, but he looks pretty exhausted now. Just over 2 minutes to go of this final period.
Yes, it is energy sapping.
Well, lucky in many ways for these very big men that there are only 10 athletes in this competition, though both Chinu and Anwar have already had a bout before this, remember that, so this quarter-final bout will get them into the semis, and then 2 more bouts to win the gold, as it were. So 4 fights all in one day, which when you're this size is pretty hard work.
Especially now that it's 3 minutes for each period. There's only 2 periods. But to fight for 3 minutes when you've been used to fighting for 2 and having a 30-second break is a big, big difference, that minute.
And also just the rule changes have completely changed the landscape brilliantly for wrestling. It's so much more attacking, as we all hoped, after the IOC dropped it from the initial 26 core sports of the Olympics just 2 years ago. It's been given a reprieve, of course. It'll be back in for 2020 in Rio. It was looking like being dropped. It got voted back in. And of course, so it should be. It's the most ancient of all sports. You can record this back to something like 7,000 BC wrestling. Not many sports can have the Emperor Marcus Aurelius as a fan. And 3-0 still at the moment, the Englishman. 1 minute to go here in this final round.
He's got to be careful, Chinu, because Anwar came in there, nearly got the double leg takedown, and Chinu did well to get out of that. Yes, there he goes again. He's going for the double leg takedown, pushes him out the area. So that should be a point for the Pakistani athlete. Yes, it is.
So just 2 in it. Suddenly things are looking a little dangerous for the Englishman. He looks the tighter of the 2, and the Pakistani athlete wastes no time here. Zaman Anwar in red. Again, gripping the fingers of Chinu. He's going to have some bruising after this match, no matter which way it goes. Locking heads, Chinu just pushing Anwar back.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He's going to be warned again for being too passive.
Good speed from Chinu, though. Despite the fatigue, shoots for the single. He's pulling it in as hard as he can. Either way, it's killing time off here.
It is.
Which is good for the Englishman.
Can he hang on?
He's got to be careful there. He's glancing over the clock. He can be caught if he's not careful. Shoots for the legs. 8 seconds to go here. Anwar can't get a grip. If he gets a push out, he'll take it to 3-2. It's not enough for the Pakistani, and it's over. 3-1. Chinu goes to the semi-finals. Great wrestling there by the Englishman.
Great win for the Englishman. He did well there to hang on. Pakistani athlete was coming at him, shooting for the legs. And he did so well to defend and stay inside the area. Well, that's a great win for Chinu. He looks absolutely exhausted.
Wow, what a warrior. That's 2 bouts now, 2 wins, and he marches on to the semi-finals.